I don't know what the good stuff is. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. How are y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
A little terrified of looking in the room, so you can...
Yeah. I was just saying over there, it's like speed dating.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever done that. All right.
What was your first directing gig? Were you nervous?
No, I'd say that if I went onto a set that I haven't been on every day for the past 5 years, that I would have been nervous. If I was surrounded by a bunch of unfamiliar faces, then yeah, I would have been like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't mess this up. But the fact that, I mean, that crew is like family to me. The producers and the writers and everybody surrounding this show, I had their full support. So the confidence that everybody had in me kind of gave me confidence in what I was doing. Whether or not it worked, I have no idea. But at least I was confident. In fact, Bob Singer called me after I was done shooting, and he had seen the dailies, and he goes, well, I haven't seen anything cut together yet, but I will say that you are a very confident director. He's like, take that as a compliment. So.
That's great. So how did you come to decide? How did you come to choose that episode?
I didn't. They basically were, they said, we're going to give you an episode of Direct next season. Like, let me know when to show up.
Yeah.
It was nice though because they did make an effort to write me out of it, which gave me the opportunity to just be a director on set. I only actually acted, I think, in 3 days of the 8. So for 5 of those days, I just showed up, in my street clothes and threw the headset on, called action, which was great because as an actor, I look at scenes much differently than I would look at it as a director, and I never realized that until it actually happened. And for example, there was one scene where Dean has a phone call with Bobby, and it's a fairly not emotional phone call, but it's there were some definite levels there of he's talking about Sam and what's going on, and so it's a fairly dramatic phone call. And as an actor, I'm reading this, and it's about a page long, and there's a lot of levels to play. So I'm like, there's a lot going on in the scene. As a director, I'm like, I can shoot this in one shot. So I shot the shot, and I did the scene, and then when I was done, I was still in that actor frame of mind. I'm like, well, wait, there's got to be more shots here because the scene's bigger than just one shot. And it wasn't. As a director, it still covered it all. So I was battling with myself.
Yeah, you were directing yourself.
I was directing myself. I always say, which is easy because I don't have to convince an actor to do something.
We were just told that the new season is going to kind of start from scratch and that it might have a noir feel to it.
Yeah.
What's your thought on the tone for this new season? Because the season finale felt very final. It felt kind of complete.
Like a final.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some definite finality to a 5-year story arc.
Yeah.
I like it because I think season 1 is still my favorite season because of the formula. I like the monster of the week kind of thing. I like the simpleness of that story and the way it was. So the fact that we're kind of pressing reset on the whole show is, I think, refreshing for me because it's great now. We've had 5 years with these guys, so we have all of that history, and now we're kind of getting back to square one and whittling it back down to its simplest form. And I like that just because I like that formula better.
So what do you think fans have got to look forward to this season?
Well, I'd definitely say that. I would say getting back to the basics of what we all fell in love with at the beginning. I think to perpetuate that story into more seasons would have just been dragging a story of it. So I'm very proud to be a part of a show that stuck to their guns, and they were like, you know what, we got five years of this story, and then we'll go from there. And I don't know when I would say season 3 or season 4, they started really kind of looking at, okay, where are we going to take this? Because Eric, and I know Eric, he's an amazing writer. He's like, I'm not going to stretch this out and just string the fans along. I'm going to do what I wanted to do, and then we will go from there. And so they started coming up with ideas, and Sarah really got involved. And so I I'm excited to be, I'm excited as fans are to see what lays ahead as far as the show, because this is, for me, this is the most anticipated season since season 2. Because it's like, okay, now what?
So plans to direct.
I'm sorry, we're gonna have to move into the next table.
Sorry,
Thank
guys.
you.